Okay, so I'm gonna explain it with two player rules, and then I think you can then apply it to multiple players. So the first thing you want to do is you want to deal out 12 cards to each player. Okay, so you have 12 cards here, and you kind of want to lay it like to your right side wherever you're sitting. So let's say this is you, and then each player gets 5 cards in their hands. Beth and I did, I think whoever had the highest card of their overturned card here goes first. Now, the objective of the game is to get rid of your pile here. Whoever gets rid of this pile first wins the game. Okay, so um, let's say you drew the highest card and it's your turn. Now, these 4 quadrants, you want to start off with an ace. So if you have an ace in one of your cards here, then you put it down. That's how you start one of the quadrants. If you have 2 aces, you can put an ace here, or you can put an ace there. If you have 3 aces, you can put an ace, ace, ace here, because the more cards you get rid of in your hand, in your next turn, you're going to draw from the draw pile to make sure you have 5 cards. So let's say you put an ace here, put the card, and then you have like a 2, so you just keep going 3, and you got rid of 3 cards. And let's say the card that was face up here was a 4, then you can put a 4, and then you flip over the next card, and let's say miraculously that's a 5, then you can keep going and you flip over the next card, and then you draw an ace, then you can start another quadrant here as long as it's open. Then you put an ace and you flip over the next card, and let's say you have a king. Kings are wild. Kings can be a 5 to put over here, or it could be another ace, whatever you want to do. So let's say you have a king. Kings are wild, so you can put it here. Start a 3rd quadrant. You flip over this card. Let's say it's a 6. But then let's say out of the 2 remainder cards that you have a, 3 or something. So then you put down a 3, and then you can put down, like if you can keep the run going, you can put this card here, or whatever run you can do, like in order, if it's a king. So let's say you put down a 5, and then the last card you're holding is a 6, then you can put the 6 here. Now, in one turn, it is very rare, but it does happen quite often. In one turn, if you happen to get rid of all of your 5 cards that you're holding in your hand, you can draw another 5 cards. But let's say that doesn't happen. Let's say you put down your original 8, your 4 cards, you have 2 cards left, and you flip over this card and you can't do anything. Then you have to discard a card in every turn. So you have 2 cards left, you put 1 in the discard pile. Okay? Because in your next turn, when it comes around to you, you're going to draw 4 cards to make 5. Now let's say you have 1 card left and you can't do anything, like you're stuck, then you have to discard that. But since it wasn't part of a run, you can't draw the 5 cards in your turn. In your next turn, you can come around and draw 5 cards. Okay, the only time you can draw 5 cards in the same turn is if you keep making a run, like if you make a play, not left over with 1, and that's your forced discard card. Okay, so then the next person goes, and you also want to make sure you have 4 quadrants of discard piles you can do. Like, you can discard. You have to discard at least once in each round, once you're done with your run, or if you can't go, or if you don't have anything to make a go at it. Okay, but let's say you can pile on any cards you want. You can have it in any order you want, but the thing is, you have to use a card on top of the top of each pile before you can get to like the next card underneath. Okay, so you kind of want to lay it strategically. Once each quadrant starting with ace goes up to queen, then you take it away and you set it aside, and you can start a new pile, a new quadrant. And once all of these cards are done, then you can shuffle whatever's left and put it back, and then keep going. So remember, the objective of the game is to get rid of this pile. So let's say you put down an ace, and then there's a 2, you put down a 2, immediately flip this card over before you use your 5 cards. So because this could be a 3, you want to get rid of that 3 instead of the 3 in your hands. You see what I'm saying? And then so forth, so forth. So like whoever gets rid of this pile first wins. And you can use, when it's your turn, you can use in combination of like the cards in your hand, and then your discard pile hands, and here to get rid of this pile. I think that's how I covered it. Also, like, it's called Mischief because you obviously, like, you see the person's top card facing over here, right? So let's say that person's card is a 3, right? And you have an ace here, and you have a 2. Well, I mean, you don't want to put a 2 down because then that person can put down their 3. So it's like Mischief. That's what Beth and I say. It's like Mischief. So yeah. So you want to make sure, like, the player next to you, you don't want to put down a card that's going to help the next player, basically. Kind of like golf in a way, in that sense. Okay? I think that's pretty much it. Hope that helped. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.